All right, happy Thursday, guys. It's still Saturday in Mrs. Wright's house. This is our third day of doing this silly learning. I miss you guys being here so much because I just want you to be able to feel these different shapes and things. Today we're gonna switch gears. We've been talking and reviewing about plane shapes or 2D shapes. And those are different than the shapes we're gonna talk about today, which are 3D or solid shapes. And these are shapes that you guys are having a little bit of trouble remembering the names of. Some of them, like this one, you've been doing well with. This is a cube. And then this one, you did pretty well with because it looks like an ice cream cone. This one was a little trickier. If you remember, this is called a cylinder. Has a flat top and a flat bottom and it has curves around the sides. And then I have these, which are called spheres. So those are the 4 solid shapes that we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about the difference between solid shapes or 3D shapes and 2D shapes. So first I'm going to make some 2D shapes here. I'm going to use my Play-Doh again. So I'm going to make a circle. And we're going to talk about the difference between a circle and a sphere because they look like they could almost be similar, but the difference between 3D shapes and 2D shapes are that 2D shapes are flat. So they don't have any height to them. Remember way back at the beginning of the school year, we talked about height. See how there's no height to this? It's just flat. But if I look at a sphere, you can see that it has height to it. I could actually measure how tall it is. It's taller. All right, so that's the difference between a circle and a sphere. I also want to talk about the difference between a cube and a square. So let me make my square here real quick. And most of the things around us are 3D shapes. You'll be able to find a lot of 3D shapes in your house, probably more so than even flat shapes. So sometimes people get confused about a square and a cube because they do have a similar look to them. So let me make my square here. Just using a little plastic knife. All right, so you can see a square has 4 equal sides. A cube, all of the sides are the same size. This is a Rubik's Cube, so it's all made up of, there's 9 squares on each side, okay? But again, you can see that cube is made up of more sides than a square, and it also has height to it, so I can measure how tall it is, whereas the square is flat. Today what you guys are going to do is you're going to go on a shape hunt. And you can do it 2 ways. You can look in magazines if you have them, or you can go on a shape hunt around your house and look for things that are 3D shapes. So I really want you to focus on looking for things that are like a cone and a cylinder and a cube and maybe some spheres even. And see how many things you can find. Try to find at least 3 things. If you draw a picture of them, they're kind of tricky to draw a picture of. You can get mom and dad to help you, but if you do draw a picture of them, I'll just try to draw a cylinder here. If you could get mom and dad to help you label it, so let's say this is my water bottle. If mom and dad can help you write the name of it next to it, that way Mrs. Wright knows what the object was. Just like that, okay? That's all you have to do today. So 3D shapes have height, they have more sides than flat shapes or 2D shapes. Have a great day, guys. Miss you. Bye-bye.